Most people struggle with making money online with digital products, and usually the key suspect is probably my product is not good, my offer is not good, my content is not good, the way I'm promoting is not good. But nothing could be further from the truth. In fact, the product itself or the offer or how you're promoting it is really the problem. In this video, I'm going to take you through exactly where the issues are and how you can overcome them so that you can almost guarantee sales for the product, for every product that you create, and you actually get paid before you start creating that product. I'm going to show you a skill that most people overlook, and this is what will make the difference between creating a product that people will buy and creating a product that will just land on crickets. So stick with me up to the end of this video because I'm going to show you the exact process that I've followed to create many products that have been highly requested and highly and you know have sold very well. And by the end of this video, you'll walk away with the exact steps to take so that your next offer lands successfully. So welcome, my name is Esther, and let's dive in. Now, you may be wondering, why should I even care about digital products? I want to be a coach. I want to be an affiliate marketer. I want to be, I'm not into creating digital products. You may be wondering, why should I care about digital products? I'm not a digital product creator. I'm not like into a Shopify or a Etsy store. I just want to be a coach. I just want to be a consultant, an affiliate marketer, a service provider. Now, hear me out because you do need a digital product. And with digital products, I'm talking about it could be anything from a guide or a tutorial, a mini course, a masterclass, a webinar, or a workshop. Yeah, so all those are digital products. Now, we know that the customer journey, by the time they get to your highest paid offer, they need to go on a particular journey. And you are probably familiar with the value ladder concept, whereby by the time they walk from a cold, from a stranger to a customer, there is a particular journey that your prospect goes through, and we need to be able to work with them. And having this free digital product, low ticket digital products, courses, mini courses, all that is a way of warming them up and ascending them to the next level, all the way to your highest paid offer. So be it your coaching program or your consulting program. So this is why I'm saying that you actually do need to be creating digital products every now and then. And it could even be your free content, but there needs to be a strategy around it so that whatever you're creating is landing on receptive hands. Yeah. Okay, so where do we start? Now, there are two groups of people. There's a group of people that maybe they're just getting started and they have a whole suite of skills, experiences, a lot of knowledge, maybe from their degree, the certification, from a process they have gone through, but they don't know where to start. They don't know where to get started. They don't even know what digital product to create. Then there is the other group that is very, very clear on their skill. They know what they want to do, and so they jump right ahead into creating, only to spend weeks and months and for their creation to land on crickets. Yeah. And so that is what happens when you have spent so much time creating, and then nobody's paying for your product and you're wondering what happened. So by the end of this video, that will not be a problem, whether you're just getting started or you have been in this process and have not seen the results. Now let's talk about the second group here, that you already know what you want to monetize, you've been building, but your digital products seem to land on deaf ears. Yeah, if we put it that way. Now, the challenge is here, and this is where a mindset shift is required. Usually, it's not the skill you think is needed. It's not the skill on your resume that is going to be the best seller. Yeah, usually that's not the case. Instead, it's usually what your audience needs most from you. Yeah, so it's important that we let our audience let us know how we can help them. Yeah, as opposed to coming in, I'm an expert in this thing. Let's say, for instance, you have been a teacher and now you want to help course creators design courses, for instance. And so you go ahead and create a course or a mini course on how to create a highly engaging digital course or something like that. Now, this is where I'm saying we need to find out exactly what our audience needs in this topic, yeah, when it comes to this topic, as opposed to coming up with the idea, creating a product, and then pushing it to them, yeah. So this is very, very critical. So how do we go about actually knowing what they need from us? Now, so this is where we become very active listeners. Yeah, we become social listeners, because we are going into forums where our ideal client is, and we are listening, we're observing, we're checking what are they, how are they expressing their problems, what are those problems they are talking about, how are they describing them, yeah, and where can our skill come in what angle, in what direction can we bring in our skill to help them, yeah. So that is one place. The other place is simply by asking your audience, yeah. So let's say you have a following, or you have an email list, and most people don't do this, but you want to make sure that you ask your people, let them let you know what they need. And how we do this is, let's say you have an idea of something you want to create, but you want to be very clear on what it should be about. So what we want to do is to start creating content around that topic, yeah. Free content, free, I mean, emails. Maybe you want to frame your solution, you want to shift some beliefs, you want to expose the gaps that you're trying to create awareness, so that they can see, oh, I hadn't considered this, or I'm not very familiar with this part, I would need help with this. So we are creating a lot of free content, and or it could even be lead magnets, yeah. But we are creating this content to create awareness, to educate, and to see what gaps exist. So we would do that over a period of time, and then in the process of it, you can ask your audience, by the way, I'm thinking of creating a guide or a workshop or a course around this angle, would you be interested? Yeah, as simple as that. Yeah, so usually this is what I do. I have an email list, so I'll create some content around a particular topic, and then I'll ask them if they'll be interested in a particular angle that probably I think may be needed. And as soon as they respond, then I know that I have a go ahead to create this digital product. Yeah. So very, very important. We want to validate. We want to check that, is this thing needed? Are they saying, yes, Esther, help me with this thing, as opposed to me coming straight with what I think they need and create around that. So very, very big difference. If it is on social media, you can do the same. Say, I'm thinking of creating a guide, or I'm thinking of running a workshop around this topic. Would you be interested? And people will comment, people will like, people will respond to that. If there is no response to it, then there is your answer, that this is not the time for it. So you move to the next idea, yeah. And so we want to do that. And as soon as usually I just ask my people to reply, to the email. Some people do like a survey. You can send a link with the survey asking questions. I just want to go for the easiest part for my audience, yes. And usually I'll get many replies saying, yes, please. Yeah, I'm interested in this topic. So that's my go ahead, yeah. The next thing you do once you have this validation, of course, is to now plan your digital product. Now here I don't go ahead and start creating, very, very importantly. The next thing I do is to give myself a period of, let's say, a week, 7 days, 7 to 10 days, yeah. The next thing I will do is to start talking about the product that I'm going to be creating, be it a workshop. I mostly do workshops. They're very easy for me to deliver, and they're very interactive, which I like. So that is usually what I'll go for. But it could be for you, it could be a guide you're creating, or a course, or a mini course, yeah. So I now spend some time, 3-4 days, talking about this product that I'm going to be creating awareness, letting more people know, because at the end of the day, you want many sales. Yeah, you want this product to help many people. So I'll be talking about it on my social media, in my stories, in my email, and just wanting to see if there are more people interested. Now, one thing that is important, which I didn't mention, is as soon as my audience tells me that they are interested in this thing, the next thing I do is to create an offer. Now, notice here, I'm not talking about creating a funnel and getting bogged down again for another month or 2 months, or hiring a designer to create a funnel. No. I simply sit down with the Google Doc and create the offer. Yeah, so this is going to be the topic of the product. This is what we're going to cover. This is a problem that is going to solve. This is what you will walk away with. This is who it is for, and this is your investment. Yeah, so, and it could be a free, if it's zero investment, that's fine. They are still investing their time. Yeah. If it's a paid product, yes, then I need to create a checkout page where they can actually make the payment and register for the item. Yeah. Again, this is very, very simple. You can create, let's say, a PayPal page or a Stripe checkout page. Very, very easy. Or if you have a CRM system, for instance, I use System.io, which is very easy to create a checkout page. Then you can create that and link it in your doc. Okay, so if it's your Google Doc or if it's your Notion doc, put the link there so that they can sign up. And so this is the offer that I will be promoting to the rest of the audience. Yeah, so I'll be sharing this with email, with content on social media, just promoting the thing. And here you can actually offer like an early bird discount to motivate for faster action, so that by the time you are creating, you have already been paid significantly to create this item. And so you give yourself 2-3 days to do that. Now the beauty here, and one thing I do is that as soon as I have the first sale, for me it's a go. I know that this product is going to get created. So even though, let's say for instance, if it's a live workshop, we are waiting for the day of the workshop, but then I start to think about the content, and most importantly, I start to engage with those who have invested in this opportunity to let me know what angles they want me to cover, what topics or what subjects do they want me to really dive deeper in. And so you're co-creating with them, which is another beautiful thing. So you're not creating in isolation, you are co-creating with the people, and so you end up with a highly incredibly valuable resource. Yeah, so that's the other beauty of it. And the other thing is, as soon as they buy, we need to be very clear. The item is not ready. If it's a guide, for instance, it's going to be ready on this date. This is when it will be delivered. Or if it's a workshop, this is the day when it's going to be happening at this time. Here is a link to join, or I'll share the link with you. Yeah. So no pressure, but we're being very clear in our communication, and people usually don't mind that at all. Yeah. So do you see how now, instead of creating in isolation only to get surprises when you launch your product, you have actually been paid. So you have guaranteed sales for the product long before you create it. Yeah. So very, very, very important for us to do that. And so once you do that, once you're done with the 3 days, let's say of promoting, or whatever days you give yourself, then you go ahead, create the content, and when the day comes, you deliver. Now, the beauty is that once you have done this, once you have delivered, you have an asset, you have a product, a digital product that you can sell, in future through many formats. It could be, you can resell it, you can have flash sales, for instance, you can have it as an order bump to another offer that you're selling, a tripwire to your lead mag or to your freebies. It could be a bonus to your program, so it becomes an asset. And time by time, as you continue to do this, your offer suite continues to grow, and you have a variety of products to serve your audience with, and they are ascending through the value ladder from your free content to your paid content, all the way to your highest, to your highest offer or your highest paid offer, which is where now your expertise or your multiple areas of passion comes really into play to impact, to bring the transformation that you provide. So I hope you see the journey that we take through to make sure to almost guarantee that our product sells. Because if nobody is interested in this thing, we don't create. We've not wasted time, we've not wasted weeks creating something. We quickly move on to the next topic. Now you may say, okay, Esther, but I don't have an audience. I'm just getting started. I don't know where to start. I don't even know what skill to start with. I don't even know if my skill can be monetized. No problem. Everybody starts from somewhere. This is where we start by leveraging other people's audiences. Okay, you already have an idea of the kind of people you may want to work with. Usually it's a version of you maybe months ago or years ago. maybe you have learned a skill that really now helps resolve certain problems or bring certain transformation, and this is how you want to serve people online. Yeah, so you know where those people are. If you don't even know, you can literally go to AI. I love using perplexity.ai, and here you can ask, you can check, okay, what are the questions that people are asking around the topic of your expertise. And it will do that. Yeah, it's going to scour through, usually I think Reddit. It's going to scour through all the questions that people are asking, and here you have an idea of what people are struggling with. It could be either through forums, also Facebook groups, Substack chats. I'm very active on Substack, and I see a lot of people, asking and expressing their problems there. So you can sort of have an idea of what your ideal audience would need from you, or what they're struggling with. And so, based on that, and again, this is where your listening skills, your social listening skills come into play very, very importantly. And so, based on that, then you're creating content, free content, yeah? You're creating content, posts, videos, tips, ideas, whatever, just on addressing those needs, yeah? Because you know that there is need for that. And at the same time, you're bringing, or your content is bringing those people into your world, probably, whereby every now and then you can then pose a question. I'm thinking of creating a digital product around this topic. Would you be interested? Yeah. So again, the same thing. You're building an audience. You're creating content around an area of need, not the specific, thing that you learned in school or you're certified in, but around what people are telling you, or what people are saying, or how they're expressing their problems, their challenge on the, on these forums. Yeah. So, and you ask this question, yeah, because you've been warming them up with your content, they will let you know. They say, yeah, I'll be interested in that. Yes, I'd love to see that. Yeah. And there's your cue again to go through the same pre-selling process that I covered for the group, that, for the group with an audience. And again, that's how you come up with your first product, that whereby you're already paid before you create, and you know that it's going to sell because there is need for it. Yeah. So the biggest mindset shift here is that we don't create based on what we think our audience needs, or based on our certification, our degree, or our area of expertise. We build based on what is needed, based on what your people are asking for. That makes a huge difference. We validate the offer, we pre-sell the offer, and we get paid to build it. And then now we have a suite of products that have been proven, that have been validated. You've made sales with them, and you can resell them in future. You can help more people. So the only thing remaining is to really bring more people into your audience, to really grow your audience, because you have this suite of products that you have been creating over time. I hope this makes sense. I hope this gives you some mindset shifts in terms of where to start, or what to tweak. This is a process that I have done over and over and over again. I know it works. It's proven to work. If you would like more details, or if you would like my help to work with, reach out. But I really hope that this video has brought you some helpful insights. Thanks. That's all for now. Bye.